So all of you pretty much know the state of things by now with the 49ers. This video, a lot of you already know the news, so it's just more or less my opinion on all the craziness that is going on right now with our team. So let's get right to it. So Jimmy Garoppolo, they say, is out indefinitely with a high ankle sprain, which to me, I'm not questioning the legitimacy of the injury, but after hearing what John Lynch had to say about them having to take a hard look at the future of the team as far as the quarterback position goes, this effectively could have been the last time we've seen Jimmy Garoppolo on the field. 6+ weeks, it's pretty much the end of the year. The Niners would need a miracle to be good enough to make the playoffs, so, the end of the season is another 8 weeks. So, you do the math. Unfortunately, too, with George Kittle, he has a small fracture in his foot. That's going to put him out the next 8 weeks, which is effectively going to end his season as well. I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners put both of them on IR and just call it a day. A lot of you have said that not a lot of you, just some people say I'm kind of negative, and all I do is try to report what's going on, in which a lot of it has been negative this year. Not all of it's bad news. The Niners made a trade yesterday, sending Quan Alexander to the Saints for Kiko Alonso and a conditional 5th-round pick, which is awesome. The Niners, like I said in previous videos, get draft capital. We're going to be tight capped for years, because, even you have good players, you got to pay them. So building to the draft with cheaper versions of the same positions is the way to, elongate a window of winning. As far as how much the Niners save, there's a lot of varying reports. Some reports are saying the Niners save up to $8 million per year, so it's like $16 million over the next 2 years. Some are saying that the Niners are saving about $11 million this year. I don't know the actual cap numbers. If somebody knows and understands the over the cap website, be a friend and leave it down in the comments for me. I've never been really good with math, so it's hard for me sometimes to differentiate what I'm looking at. So if anybody knows any better and wants to be a pal, leave a comment down below or your best estimation of what you think the Niners cap savings. There's been also talk that, they might not be done at the trade deadline. They could very much be sellers. And, you look at a contract like Dee Ford's, if he was healthy, they probably would move him. But the fact that he's, as usual, always injured, that he's not going anywhere. And then there's a guy like, a lot of people are saying like Jaquiski Tartt. He's a decent player. He's a solid safety. He could garner a 3rd-round pick. But the Niners also could get a compensatory pick at the end of the year, which also could be about a 3rd-rounder. So, just hold on to him and wait till the end of the year. But the way I look at it is if we're in the position that we're in right now, I'm all about accumulating draft picks and shedding payroll so that we can re-sign Fred Warner and just be able to keep as much as we can. I feel like the secondary next year is going to be very different. The Niners definitely, unfortunately, need to look at quarterback possibly. So, you go into the draft and you get a high draft pick in the 1st round, maybe the top 10 to top 12, and you might have to use it on a quarterback, The Niners need secondary help. It'd be interesting to see if they draft a corner within the first couple rounds. I think they need to. I think they need to rehab that whole secondary. I still like Emmanuel Mosley, and I do like Jason Verrett, but I feel like with Verrett, you can't really count on him. So the Niners are going to really have to do some rehabbing of that secondary. I definitely would try to keep K'Waun Williams. I feel like Richard Sherman's expendable. I feel like a guy like Tartt, you could move on from him and You just got to look at guys like we have on the roster, like Cyprian and Javarius Moore and Marcel Harris, younger, cheaper versions of the same position. So it's unfortunate that we're at week 8 and we're talking about next year, but we have to be realistic about what's going on with this team. And I'm not saying that they can't go on a run, but I saw an article that said that the Niners have like $82 million of payroll on injured reserve right now, and that no team can survive that, and it's true. The fact that they're 4-4 right now is a miracle. I'm going to tell you that. So I'm still a fan. I still love my team, but the positive side of this is that I don't think these injuries will repeat themselves next year. But then I hope I'm right. And the Niners still have a lot of talent. They just are missing a leader on the field at quarterback and a guy that has the ability to make all the throws. I think Jimmy mentally is shot. I think Jimmy, for the amount of money he makes, he's fragile. I think after his knee injury, it kind of changed him psychologically. I don't know. I'm not a mental health specialist, so I'm just somebody observing. But it's very telling that Lynch said that they were, looking, that the quarterback position is something that they have to take a look at. So you guys do the math and tell me what you think. I'm trying to think of other news that's going on. That's pretty much the gist of the stuff that's important that's happened. The Daquan trade, and then the two long-standing injuries that are pretty much season enders for Garoppolo and Kittle. So if anything else drops, I'll get on. Sorry I took so long. I've been working late, so I can't record, and sometimes in my house I can't get a place to record. Today I was fortunately able to record on my nice microphone in my room, so hopefully I sound better than I usually do and don't have like a vent or a fan going off in the background. So thanks you guys for liking my videos and subscribing. I'm not the most popular Niners YouTuber, but I'm just a small guy doing this thing, and I appreciate everybody. I appreciate negative feedback too. Helps me get rid of things that I do that are bad and, try to be better at what I do. So thanks a lot, guys. I hope everybody stays safe and healthy, and I'll see everyone on the flip side. And remember, go Niners.